Okay, still VT Lab is not up and running. So what I will do today is I will show you how to install MySQL Server in your Windows so that you can directly use it. Actually, it needs this MySQL Server to be running. Okay, then only the Workbench is a client. Okay, where you write your commands. Whereas there is something like a Windows. Um, WAMP server is there, which will help you to install is used for developing a web application. Okay, you can install PHP and MySQL in that. That you can download it in your Windows machine itself. Okay, I'll show that. Uh, Otherwise, we can also try to connect your IP. Which is Ubuntu machine IP, but now we will not be able to find out what is the Ubuntu machine IP, right? So we will not be able to connect it. So what we will do, we will download the MySQL server in our Windows machine itself, and then we will install MySQL Workbench also. With that, we can use the localhost and connect and work on that. Okay. Likewise, we will do. I will show you how you can do that. You can search for WAMP. Okay, server download for Windows. Mm, this one only, I think, a download. Okay, anything you can download, no problem. WAMP, WAMP. Okay, WAMP server in Windows 11 or something. Okay, there is download steps also is there. Okay, it will install Apache MySQL PHP. Okay, PHP for the backend web application development. We will not use that, but you can download this one. Okay, I will share this one in the chat box. Just a minute. This link you can take it in this the source forge link is there. You can see download the WAMP server source forge link. Okay, that you can use it to download the WAMP server. Okay, I also will download it because my system is not having it. In this one, this machine is not having it. It will start the download. Everyone download it. Okay, you will have your machine, right? Whoever is connected, please download it so that you can practice on that. Practice a MySQL in a MySQL server. It is taking time actually. In that there is a source forge, the download WAMP server source forge is there. No, source forge link. Just click it. Install. Steps are given. Everyone downloaded, right? Everyone, please do reply. And after downloading, it is all installation only. Click, 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 it will install. Or else we will continue with the class, let it download. Okay, then we will, and you can download MySQL Workbench uh, for Windows too. Okay, MySQL Workbench, you can search download for Windows. Okay, it will go to this dev.mysql, this Oracle site itself. Okay, there download MySQL Workbench is there. Okay, in this it will ask for the downloads, which operating system you wanted. Okay, you can select the Microsoft Windows in this, and it has an installer, right? Installer for Windows. Okay, here go to download page, it is then that you can click it. Okay, in that you can install it. uh, MySQL installer web community, and this is MySQL installer community. Okay, anything you can download, it is of version 8.0. Okay, MySQL Windows that you can download also. It is asking to log in. It will ask even for JDK, it will ask. Okay, you just log in and download it. Okay, you can create a temporary login ID and username. Even if you would have installed, try to download JDK from Oracle website, it would have asked for the Oracle account to sign up. So if you have that account, you can use this. This is free account sign up only. Okay, you can download it and install both the servers. We will continue with the class, and once it is all downloaded for you, end of the class we will install and see. Okay. So yesterday we were doing some of the commands like alter commands, update, and the select queries. We will continue, and we were seeing like how do we do a constraint. Sorry. Yeah, cascade constraints. How do we apply the referential constraints? That is foreign key constraints on if two tables are present uh, with the primary and the foreign key. That I will explain it again one more time. So today we will see about the MySQL operators, like other programming languages. MySQL structure, structured query language also has the operators, assignment operators, logical operators, and all, and it also has some functions that we can use, aggregate functions, and other classes. Okay, all these things we can use it in order to query your database or do some manipulation on your values in the database. Okay, so that we will continue. I will show it that. I will stop sharing this, share this window. Okay, sharing the window. Yesterday we created a table, student info, with that we worked on. Okay, an employee table, department table. Okay, in order to illustrate the behavior of on Cascade, what I have done is created a table. Okay, created an employee table and created a department table. Where is the department table? Here it is there. And then in the department table, I told that on delete operation, on delete of any of the primary key, you cascade it to the child key also. Okay, child key means the key which is present in the department table. And similarly for update also, it means during the create of an employee table, I have given employee ID as the primary key in the statement. Okay, and in the department table, I have made this department ID as the foreign key. It means this is department ID is going to have the same value as employee ID. Okay, both of this we can reference it. Another example I will show, like how do we retrieve, how it is retrieving the data. Okay, that we will see it later and after this. Okay, now this department ID is going to reference the primary key of employee ID. It means yesterday I created the table, no, employee table. I will select star from employee table, this command. Okay, so this is the actually disadvantage for me, because if it is in terminal, no, I can easily go to that recall and show it which table. And here it is like it'll be little clumsy. That's why, that's the reason I prefer to work on the terminal. Okay, but if you are well versed, you can work on this. Okay, so select star from employee table. It is something is happening. It is having only one record, which is 2 and Peter. Okay, I will also add one more record, 1 and John. Okay, I will add that in the employee table. Insert into employee table values 1 comma John, I will add. Okay, it is a successful. We'll see in the employee table now there are two records. Okay, in our department table what is present we will see. In the department table, it can contain multiple values, because we have not given the department ID as a unique or all, right? We have not mentioned it as a unique. That's why it is containing multiple times. I have inserted values for the department ID for the value 2 here, so it is having that information. So department ID, this 2 is actually referring to the employees table employee ID. If you see the employee ID table, it is referring to employees table Peter information. Okay, so if I try to delete the Peter, Peter is referenced, right? Peter is referenced in the department table. We saw that. Okay, many times it is a reference. So the idea here is to apply this constraint that delete cascade and update cascade. If I try to delete, okay, where is the delete command? This is the delete command. I'll write it here. If I try to delete the reference key 2, 2 is a reference, right? 2 is a reference. This key is referenced in the department table, which is a primary key in the employee table. So from the employee table, I try to delete the reference key value 2. Okay, now it will not throw any error. Okay, why? Because we have said even if deletion happens, you will cascade it. So all the values from the department also will get deleted. Okay, I'll run this query. It is run, and it is showing here. You can see one rows affected like that. So what we will do, we'll list the department table and see. This is the select star from department. Okay, so it is giving only the department table is giving only the data of the uh, reference key 1, not the 2. 2 are getting deleted. So that is how, even in your employee table also it gets deleted. First it gets the employee, it deletes from the employee table, and then it deletes in the department table. So there is some error it is showing. Select star. Okay, employee table 2 is deleted, and internally cascadedly or something, it also deleted the values from the department table too. Okay, this is the idea about if you want to mention or put some specifications on your primary key and foreign key relations, you can use this kind of referential constraints, you can put it. Okay, and you can also set the null. Okay, we have also seen null. Where is that ppt? 1 minute, I'll take that PPT. We can set null. It means like during the deletion, we can set the values for the department as null. Okay, that is also there. That also I will show. Defaultly it will throw error. Okay, three options we saw. One is this setting the cascades, and another one is setting as a null value if any change is happening in the primary key, and the third one is it is default. Default means it will not allow you to delete a foreign key if it is referenced in the, sorry, it will not allow you to delete the primary key when it is referenced in any of the other table. Okay, okay, I'll take that PPT. So one we saw about the cascade, the set null value, it is used when we delete or update any row from the parent table. The values of the foreign key columns in the child table are set to null. For that operation we can use this. And restrict is like it is used when delete or update from the parent table, that a matching row in the reference table must not allow to delete or update rows in the parent table, because by default it is a restrict. Defaultly it will be taking the value as a restrict, guys. It will throw error. Okay, no action is same as a restrict. It means it will not allow you to delete the primary key from a parent table because it is referenced somewhere. It will throw error. That's what this restrict action will do. And set a default, you can set a different default values. The parser recognizes this action, however, on InnoDB, this engine and the NDB tables both rejected this action on delete set default. See, in other engines it will not allow. Okay, in our InnoDB also, our default engine is InnoDB. Okay, that you can see it here. Hmm. So restrict and set default, not default. Default. What the other one? No action. Both are same. I did not. Yeah, everything applicable on a foreign key. For it is this integrity constraint is on how the foreign key has to behave, because uh, when you do any action on a primary key, how the foreign key has to behave, whether it should allow you to delete the primary key, or whether, if say for example, if you are trying to change the value of the primary key, then it will allow you to change it or not. All this applicable to the foreign key. Only one constraint, like the constraint like cascade or set it null, anything, any of the one constraints only will be applicable at any time. Okay. What I wanted to show now. Okay, show engines. I thought of showing. I'll create a new query page for today. So show engines. It is without comma. Okay, show engines will show the engines which is defaultly present in this. See all the engines which is here. I mean supported for this MySQL server. It is showing. So select engine in engine. I think engine. Sorry. Okay, this will show which engine it is currently using. Your server is currently using. Check syntax. I think this is wrong. It is giving error. It is fetching still. You can see. Show engines are fine, but select engine, it's running, the query is running. It is slow. Select engine query. Okay, this is a error it is showing. Syntax is wrong, I think. What is the use of this? I told no, the engines, based on this engine whichever you are selecting, it will have a certain properties, like whether it will follow the ACID properties, or whether it will store only the CSV files, that is comma separated files, or whether it will allow lock means when if you're trying to update any record that row, other user, so you can create users in MySQL users, like now you are logging in as a root user. You can also create a particular users like Prakash user, and you can give certain privileges to him. Okay, so if the engine which the database you are using is of a different type, then whether the lock is allowed to that engine or not, all those things based on the engine it will set it. Okay, so based on the user also it will allow the permission. INO, this is the default one, INOODB, which will support all the activities. Okay, basic activities. Yes, you can view it. Actually, that's what I'm trying. Whatever the command you are writing here, you can write it in a terminal also. Yes, but this command it is not. I wanted to show which engine it is selected, but it is not working. Maybe I'll check this one and get back. Okay, so other idea is, okay, we were talking about the this one, set null. Okay, set null example I will show. So set null is like while creating, you can create two tables, one table as a parent and another table as a child. On deletion of the parent primary key, we can set the value as a set null, or update the value as a set null while doing an update on the table. So we create these two tables and we will do it set null operation once, then that's all with this two only, then later on we'll move to operators. Okay, this concept you understood, no everyone, referential integrity concept, constraints. Is it case sensitive? What does it mean by case sensitive? See, I told earlier itself, all this create table commands, no, whichever you are giving while writing your MySQL, these are not case sensitive. You can write it in capital letter also, or you can write it as create table small letter also. These are not case sensitives. Okay, set and set, not case sensitive. Okay, those which are, say we can say the keywords of or commands of the MySQL are not case sensitive, but this matters. Writing the table name as parent, capital parent, and writing it as a small parent matters. Two tables will get created. Okay, okay, it matters. Whatever the user is giving, that matters. Okay, so what I will do, I'll create the table quickly and we will do that. For today's class, so I will create a create table. I can write it likewise table, or I can write it likewise table, no problem. And this one as a parent only I will give. Same example we will write. In that I will have an ID for the parent, or any field can be your, okay, this I will give it, field can be your primary key. Okay, it all depends on what you decide. And parent and name p name as um, what I will give, something like care 20, same like that. And I'll say primary key, which one is the primary key, I will have a primary key ID, or we will do it as PID. PID. Okay, so one table I'm creating it, I will also try to auto increment it, AUTO underscore increment. Okay, I'll say it will have the ascending order, the values in the ascending order format, like 1 2 3 likewise. Since it is an integer, it will take it likewise. And auto increment, I told you there is a condition to be applied on an auto increment. If you are saying any field or any column as an auto increment, then that column should be a key. Okay, otherwise it will not take it, it will throw error. And I will run this uh, statement. Okay, it is running, it is affected. So what I will do, I will describe this table parent. So it is a primary key and it is an auto increment, it takes auto increment value. Okay, so I will try to insert some data into it, insert into uh, table. Table name is parent, and values I will give, like say I give only name value because I have told auto increment. So if I wanted to give only particular field name, then we have to specify which field we are giving, right? That I have specified. And the values I will give it like a parent name as uh, I did not get you. Any number you can give, a limitless. Okay. The value I will give like a big data. Okay. And put this one value and more value we can write like data data science. Okay, so run this command. It is fine. We will select the value, list it and see. Select star from table name is parent. Okay, how do we list it? Likewise. So it is having, see, I have not given the PID value, auto increment I told. So by default, it will auto increment will take the value from 1. Okay, this you can set it, I told you, using the alter command. Okay, that day we saw. And big data and data science it is taking. So this is the parent table, and I will create a child table. Okay, create table child. In that table I will give a child id cid as an integer, and I will make this as a foreign key. Okay, so for that I'll just give integer and the child name, c name varchar 20, and we will make this as a foreign key. I should end with a comma. Foreign key. The foreign key I'm going to say child key CID is going to be the foreign key, and it references, spelling is wrong, references the table parent. Okay, which ID of that parent? PID, primary key. Okay, then I will write it like this so that it will be easy. So here I will give on delete, we will give set null. Okay, set null, I'm not sure which one is, yes. It is not like that, it can be same also. Yesterday also we have given like that. It need not be different, it can be same also. You got it, no, this idea? Say. No, I did not understand your question. More. It need not be same, Prakash. The primary key and foreign key value. Mean. mm, I did not really. I don't understand your question. The column name, no, the field name, the column name of a primary uh, key. Where is this of the parent and the child? You can have another primary another key, okay, which you can make it like a PID, okay. And this means there is, you are creating another column in child table, and this also you can refer it as a foreign key. You got it? Any key you can make it as a foreign, but you will mention that which key it is referencing in the parent, in the another table, okay. So set null you have to give like this, then on delete it will set the value as a null, okay. This command I will execute. It I think I have executed this command again. This command insert values, again it got executed. So child table is created, it is a 0 rows affected, okay. Here you can see the result, 0 rows affected. So then we can describe and see the child table. DSC child, it is very slow. See, the CID is the foreign key. Now we'll try to insert some values in the child key referencing the parent value. It is slow. Insert into child. Here I will give the 1 as the primary CID 1, and the value for the C name like Hadoop. Okay. Then again 1, and the value for that is analysis. And again 2. These are the keys CID I'm giving, no, these are the primary keys of parent table, okay, right? These are the primary keys of parent table that you have to remember. Here not valid because I have to give values here. And 2 I will give it as pig, and 1 again I will give it as hive, and 2 comma again I will give it as hive, okay. So these are the fields I'm going to add for the child table. These are the records I'm going to add. 5 records are added. We can select at the print and see. Okay, select a star from child table. Okay, run this. So it has all these records. It has why it is 2 times. I think it is taking, guys. That's why it is getting repetitive. Okay, so what here I am trying to do pictorially, if I say, sorry, it is slow. Okay, I cannot share it from here. I have to share it from here only. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is I created a parent table. How it works, I will just explain it. What is this? a parent table which is containing 1 and 2, two fields. This is the PID. PID is the primary key, and it is containing only two records. One is a big data, okay, and another one is data analysis, something data analysis, data science. Okay, this is the primary key I told, PK. In the child table, I have created five records, 3, 4, and 5 records. In that, I say CID is the foreign key. Okay, CID is the foreign key. Then it means whatever the value for 5, 1, it is, I'm storing some other child name. Okay, child name as Nadup I gave, and 1, uh, this I have given some data analytics, and one again pig I gave, two hive I gave, and two and I'm giving it as a spark something. Okay, it means these two tables are referenced. Whenever I try to retrieve any data from this using this PID, you can also retrieve the data from the from the child table, and it is referenced by the foreign key. Here, referential integrity, what it does, I say that whenever I try to delete this value, okay, it will make this CID as a null. That is what we are trying to do it. If I make it as a cascade on delete, if I delete this value, then it will delete whatever is referenced by one, everything, this gets deleted, this gets deleted. That is what the idea here. Okay, don't get confused, like how it is can be, this name and this name can be different. Okay, it need not be the same. Even if you give it the same value, same name, it doesn't matter, because in while creation of the table you are mentioning like which one is your foreign key and where which table it is referencing. All these things you are mentioning it. Okay, that is the idea here. So if you don't give any constraints at all, if I try to delete this key, that is a primary record 1, then it will throw error saying the another table, which is the child table, is referencing the primary key. Okay, that is the idea here I wanted to explain. Hope this is clear. No, please do reply, guys. You are not replying at all. Amalan, is it clear? Venkana Babu is not there. Manigandan sir, Mahalakshmi, Prakash, is it clear? Arul Raja. Yes, fine. Okay, one this I will show the answer. I mean, result what it is, and then we will move. See, actually, I'm connecting with another machine. That's why it is taking time for this. That is that. Okay, so child also is populated. Since I've given set null on delete, I'll try to delete. This is the command to delete a primary key I'm trying to delete. Delete from table. Okay, table is parent table. I will delete. Where I'm giving in the where condition, I'm saying where PID equal to 1. Okay, let's see what happens. I'll run this command. Okay, delete from, it is successful because here it is showing. Then if you wanted to see what happened on the parent table, then I will run the select star from parent command, run this. Okay, see, all this parent is not showing, child is showing. Why child is only getting executed? See, first, this is the parent table. Okay, it is continuously getting executed. That's what some problem is there. So, one ID is deleted from the parent table. Okay, then let's see how it behaves in the child table. In the child table, whatever the one value it was referencing, it all is set to null. Okay, that is the idea here. I wanted to explain. Is this fine, guys? Fine, right? Okay, just a moment. Okay, about the foreign key and the primary key, how it is, how do we retrieve the value? How it is a reference to that? I will show one example in that, then it will be clear. Again, share it. Okay, it is already shared. I will switch to that. Okay, what we will do is we will have it three tables. Okay, three tables like employee table, and department table, and I will have a library table likewise. Okay, I think this is explained before also. Okay, in the employee table, I will have these fields: employee ID, department ID. Okay, department ID reference. It is like the employees, each employee is belonging to a department, and each employee is having a library account. Okay, likewise, there is a library in the company and they are having a library account. You can imagine like that. So the library ID also is given for the employee and the employee name. Okay, likewise, department table, I will have the fields like a department ID, and department name. And for the library table, I will have library ID and library name. Okay, so these are the columns in that uh, each of the tables. Okay, so in this one, say I will have some information records added to it. So first employee like E11, E12, E13, something, some three employee information, and we will have a department, something like a department as a D1, D2, and also as a D3. Okay, in this department I will have, or D3, or something like a training department, admin department, engineer department. Today is engineers day, right? Happy engineers day to everyone. Okay, we are all engineers. Okay, three department IDs I have written. And for this table we will have a library ID, library 1, central library, or library 2 as a state library. Okay, so they have access to all these libraries. Say I will have a department employee 1 is belonging to department 1. If I can say employee 2 is belonging to department 2, and employee 3 is also belonging to department 2. Okay, library employee 1 have an account in library 1, you can take in library 2 and library 1 likewise. And the name I will give it like my name, and Mahalakshmi name, and Amalan name. Okay, these are the employees. Okay, so this is how the table is written. Okay, in this case, mm, okay, thank you. Okay, in this we can mark this department ID as the primary key, and we can mark this library ID as the primary key of the library table. Okay, all these things. So department ID will be the foreign key in the employee table, and the library id will be the foreign key in the employee table. So what I'm trying to show is how do we retrieve the values from this. Okay, how do we retrieve using the values? Actually we were writing select commands, right? In the select command, if you try to give it likewise select whichever the table values, based on the id, if you're trying to retrieve it, employee, this is employee table name. Okay, many tables are there, and in order to specifically find the particular field name, then employee name. Okay, you have to mention the name of the table and the field in the table, that is the column name in the table, comma department. I will write this and I will explain it. Okay, department and name, from which table employee, comma department, where, this is to show the idea about how the primary keys works. Okay, where employee dot empid equal to department department id. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to connect, or a kind of a join you cannot say, trying to retrieve the value between the two tables, which is employee table and the department table. In the department table, we have mentioned department ID as the primary key. Okay, library ID as the primary key. Okay, how do I retrieve the values between these two tables? What I'm doing, we are using the select command. Using the select command, whichever the two tables are going to be we have to retrieve the data from the two tables, right? So in that case, if you give directly employee table, it is also possible that department table can have a employee name field, right? It is possible, right? Same field name can be present in two tables also. So in order to reduce ambiguity will arise if I give only employee name. In that cases, you will give the table name dot employee. This you remember, select particular column name. If you wanted to list, we will give same select emp name, from which table we will give, right? From which table is employee table, likewise. So whichever the field I am going to display it, I'm giving it here, that is employee.emp and department name, from which table I'm going to take it, the values from two tables. Okay, employee table and the department table. Where, how do I relate it? I relate it based on the employee id, that is the key from the employee id. This can be primary key also, you can give it as a primary key also, no problem, from the employee id and the primary key of the department id. So the result, how it will give, it will give the employee name. Employee name is what, jr. Okay, it will give the employee name jr. See, it is doing an equality operator. Okay, whichever is equal, it will give result. Okay, d1, department id in employee table is a d1, and department id in employee table is training. Okay, that data it will give. Okay, then afterwards, d2 is matching with mahalakshmi, name is mahalakshmi, and here it is, d2 is admin. Similarly, d2 is amalan, and what d2 key refers to, it refers to the admin. Okay, this is how you can use the primary key and the secondary key. Can you understand this? Can you understand this behavior? How am I retrieving it? So this is the employee name table, employee name field. I will show it in an example. Okay, yes. Oh, okay, E11, I think that is a mistake then. Sorry, this is not employee ID, this is department ID. Sorry, employee dot department ID. Okay, whichever is a reference. Fine. Shall I write this example and show? Similarly, you can retrieve. See how this works is, you can connect it. Okay, you can write this one. This table is connected with a department ID, and this table is also connected with the library table. Okay, so you can again, if you want to retrieve, if you wanted to check like which are the employees who belong is having account in the central library. Okay, then you can select, write a query in such a way. The question will be like that. Okay, now the question for us is, display the name of the employee and the display the employee name and the department name, where the employees belonging to the particular department, list of employees who's belonging to the particular department. That might be a question. For that, we have written a query. Okay, in your interview also they can ask. Similarly, you can find like list of employees who is having an account in the central library, or list of employees who is having account in the state libraries. For that, we also will write. Yes, Prakash. Louder, I could not hear. It can be different also. In that case, here you will give, say for example, I have a department ID value, okay, and value. Both are different right now. Then what you will give here, you will change it. Employee dot which value value, okay, where you will refer make this change like department ID value is the foreign key, while creation of the table itself you can give, or during you can alter it also to take the value like this. Yeah, then only it will refer, no, the other table. Yes. See, idea here is like as I told, you wanted to see which are the employees who and which department they belong to. You can do this. See, keeping it in a single table is a tedious process, right? You can keep all the information like employee information, department information in a single table itself, but that is not advisable. If you segregate it, maintainability, you can maintain it very nicely. So that's the reason. So if we wanted to find that which or a particular field itself can find out which employee belongs to which department or which library, likewise you can find it. Same like other example we saw, the producer who is the customers and what are the orders he made, likewise also you can do that. Is this clear, guys? I will. Can I show the example? No reply. Why you people are not replying at all? Okay, I will show that example. In that, it will be good if I have a terminal. Okay, it's okay. Today I will do this. So I will quickly create it. Three tables. Create a table employee emp. In that we will have the emp id as integer. Yes, 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Everyone, is it my voice is overlapping with other voice? Is it? Were you able to clear my voice properly? Or any disturbances is there? Or you are hearing other lecture also? Yes, ma'am. For what, Mahalakshmi? Okay, okay. Amalan, is it okay? And clear, ma'am. Very little other lecture. It's fine. No, you can manage it. Prakash, you shift in the front. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, this I will quickly do it and we will move on. Employee ID, department ID, we'll have it, and okay, and we'll have a library ID, int, and emp name. And emp name as varchar I will give as 20. Okay, this is going to have a foreign key constraint, so I will not create this table first. I'll create other table like create a table. I have not executed this command. Okay, create table department. In that we have will have department id int and a name as department name, department name. Okay, department name as varchar 20 characters, and I will give the primary key here as primary key as department id. Okay, comma I have to give. I run this command. First department table is created. It is saying it already exists. What I will do, part department only I'll put. Okay, it is created. Then similarly I will create another table, which is library table table lib, and in that I will have a lib id int comma lib name. Okay, where care 20. Okay, so this is also created 0 rows. I executed this. Now in the employee table, we will have the foreign key constraint, like foreign key FOREIGN key. In that foreign key, I'm going to give as a department ID. Okay, and comma lib ID. I think this will take it. References primary key. I think two times I have to write. I can't write like this. This one is a department. First table is a department. In that I will have a department ID as the primary key, and another also I have to write. I cannot write like this. This is wrong. Foreign key references department. It is throwing error because I have to give a comma here, and the same thing for another foreign key. So this we will have it as a library ID as the foreign key, and it reference to the table lib and the lib id. Okay guys, it is throwing error. Yes, it is fine. With a comma separator you can keep adding any number of foreign keys. So this table I will execute it. Lib already exists, it is saying. Okay, I should not execute like this. I should execute like this. Emp table is already existing, it is saying, so I will give as employee executed. Table already exists, all tables are there. What are tables are present? Emp employee is there. Select describe employee. It is having only two fields. Okay, everything is created. Okay, all the tables are created. Describe employee and describe department, all are created. Okay guys, department is having two fields, and describe lib also will be there. That also will be created with the primary keys. So if I quickly insert the values into it, insert into table is employee emp. In that I will add the values like e11. Okay, integer I have given, so I will write it as 11 comma. Okay, I wanted to give it as e11 because it will be confusing, right? So what I will do, I will alter the table, alter table. Table name is emp. This is not employee, this is emp. In that we will modify the data type for emp id to varchar. Okay, or a character of 3. Similarly modify mm, department id with a character of 3. That's all. And lib id also modify lib id with the character of 3. Okay, all these are modified. It is giving error. Okay, it is all modified. Okay, now if you describe the EMP table, you can see all will be modified to character, because I wanted to give the values like that so that you can differentiate it. So I will insert into table name is EMP, and into that I will add the values E11 and comma D1. Since it is character, I'm giving it in quotes, and the library one as L1, and name as my name I will give. Okay, similarly all the 3 records we will have in that E12. Next class I will try to bring the table. Okay, I will populate the table before itself and keep it so that we can directly work on that. And this one as a L2, and name I will give it as Amalan. Okay, similarly E13, because the inserting and all is taking time. So next time I will have the table itself. D2, department 2, he belongs to the person, and this I will give library 1, he belongs to, and his name is, we can give Prakash. Okay, 3 records are added. There is an error because I have to give values. Okay, so similarly we quickly add it for insert into department values. In the values I will give department as a D1, and what is the department, like a training. Okay, and similarly incorrect D1. Okay, it will not take a D1 because I have given the department ID as integer, so I will change that also. Department modify DEPT ID as char. Okay, okay, so it is changed. This will take one row is affected and two as admin. So 2 rows will be there. We will list it and see later on. Similarly, I will change it for library also. Library and library ID as character 3. Okay, so we will have a L1 as a central lib, and L2 as a state lib. Okay, this is all done. Now we can list all the tables and see, like a select star from emp table, employee table. So it is having all these details: employee ID, department. Sorry, I may not be able to see it properly, but it's whatever the information I have inserted, it is having it. Okay, so employee Amlan and Jaya are belonging to department 1, and Prakash is belonging to department 2, and Jaya is having an account in library 1, central library. Prakash also, and Amalan is having an account in state library likewise. So we see the other table is a department table, which will have 2 entries. It is having multiple entries because I keep adding it. So it is having D1. Oh, sorry. Actually, insert into library I have to give. That's why it is coming like that. L2, L1. Because it added into the central, department table. Okay, central library also. So department table will have two. Okay, L1, L2 I will delete it, and the library table will have the library information. Okay, library id, it is not taking. It is taking lot of time. Okay, so library, other things let it be. Okay, whatever is referencing we will see it later. So my query is how it is going to be. Employee name, find the employee name and the department name, uh, in whichever the department the employee belongs to. So okay, the query will be like find the name, name of employee and the department to which a particular, to which the employee belongs to which department the employee belongs to, which the employees belong to. Likewise, you can imagine a query like this: belongs to. Okay, to for this query what we have to do is we will be writing the query like select. Okay, I am going to select the employee name field, employee name, emp, sorry, emp name field, e employee id it is coming, comma, two fields I'm going to list it, right? So employee id comma department name, not id, we will give name, employee name, and the department dot department name, department dot department name, from which are the tables we are going to select from emp table and department table. Okay, in that where what is the condition we are going to give, employee table id, employee table dot department id, sorry, emp dot department id equal to department dot department id. Right, is this query okay? So uh, this is how we are going to connect between these two tables and we will retrieve the result. I'll run this and show. See, it is a giving what are the names. Okay, we can also list the ids, emp dot emp dot emp id and department dot. Is it confusing, guys? Because the type populating the table and all is taking time. Anyway, next time I will put it, I will get the table populated and see. Okay. See, now you can see, right? Employee ID E11 belongs to department D1. Employee ID, whichever is matching, it is giving the result. Okay, and the training, it is giving actually the result from the two tables. You can together, joined together. Okay, is this fine, guys? So if you wanted to retrieve the library ID using the library ID, the same query, okay, like a shift control C, the same query in this, you can have all the department information, library, sorry, library information, lib dot lib name and lib. This is the table name dot lib ID. Okay, from which are the tables you are going to get the information? Library table, lib table, and what you are going to match it, you are going to match the lib id, lib table. This is the table name dot, if you wanted to access the field you will give table name dot the column name. Okay, employee id, if both are matching it will give the result. Yeah, execute this. It is not giving output. Why it is not giving output? Employee department id I gave, no, this is a lib id. Okay, these two only should match, so it is giving that results. You can try this one, you can add many number of fields and you can try this one. Okay, so any doubts about primary key, foreign key, it's fine, right? If you go to, if you say MySQL, they will surely ask questions in this. Okay, shall we move on to operators? I don't have a machine. I want a terminal. Then it will be, this will not take this much time. It will be fast. Hope you are all not sleeping. It's just fine. No, tell me, no. Is it confusing or? Anyway, I'll share these queries. Output I cannot share because it is in this form. These queries I will share. And also from the previous classes, I have put whichever we have taken for the older batches. Okay, that also we have put that notes. Okay, you can refer it. That names and all will change. Okay, the table names and all will change. Just for reference, you can use that. Okay, any
Ma'am,
doubts still? Yeah.
ma'am, as you told, if the information is available in one table, let it be employee table only.
Sir, can you
So,
repeat the question again? I did not understand. Louder,
so
please. Little.
my query is, if let it be employee table only,
Okay.
all employee will be having employee ID.
Okay.
Those employee ID also of manager ID.
Employee ID also manager ID. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Because even for manager also the will be having employee ID, right?
Okay.
So some manager work for some department.
Okay.
I want to list out what
S-
manager
Uh,
managing the what and all employees.
you mean to say a single employee can be a manager also, right? That's what you're saying. Say, for example, employee E12 can be a manager also. Likewise, you are saying the scenario.
Manager some ex employees.
Okay, got it.
So I want to list out by using manager ID.
Mm-hmm.
And all employees means how many employees are working under this manager.
Yeah, same thing you
The
can
information,
follow.
the information would be in same table.
Yeah, that is like yesterday I told sir that referential integrity, self-referential integrity. In the same employee table itself, you can have another column like a manager. And
Yes, yes.
yeah, in that manager ID here we can have a non-column manager ID that can be the we can that time what we can do employee ID you can make it as a primary key here, and that manager ID references the primary key of the employee ID. In that way you do a search what are the manager for a particular manager like manager 1, uh, which one will be the primary key here? Manager 1. Okay, in the manager ID information, you can give manager 1 for Jaya, manager 1 for Prakash. See, for example, if we give manager 1 and manager 1 for Jaya and Prakash, and if you're trying to search it based on the manager ID equal to employee ID, but these two are different. No?
Yeah, that's what I am asking.
Yeah, these two are different. Or what you can do is you can have a different table, manage a table only, but you want it into
Yeah.
the same table,
If
like
the information is
self-referential.
my question is
Mm.
information is available in same table.
Mm.
So in that case, how
Mm.
can we write that query now?
Query will be like if I have a manager for Jaya and Prakash as manager 1, manager 1. Sir, that will be very simple query. No, select star from a table where manager 1 equal to this. Select star means select employee name. It will be very straightforward query, sir. I'll tell you. Uh,
No, no, no.
select,
My question is by using manager names, I want to list out the employees who and all working under a particular
yeah,
manager.
that's what. See, I'll change this table also. Can I? And show
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Yes, yes.
What I will do, I will add another column alter table. Table name as a manager. Uh, no, alter table. Table name is employee. I will add a column like manager ID and where care of or character of first I will try with IDs and I will okay, it is done. So I wanted to update the values. Update table because select star from employee table is created with a manager field. It is not manager ID field. It is not having information. So I wanted to put a value for a particular field means for the column value means then update a table emp in that set manager ID uh, equal to say 1 m1 where update table not update employee only update employee where
No, no, no. Manager, it will be having many managers, ma'am.
no sir, I'm just trying to recreate the scenario. Oh okay,
Okay.
many managers.
Yes, yes.
It means like JI is handled by many managers. Is that will that work?
Many managers means company will be having many departments.
That's what sir, I'm just I'll put this update, you can tell me 1 minute
Okay.
where um emp id equal to e11. You just tell me whether my understanding is right in this way. M1. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, this is fine. Where E1 2 1 1 1 2 1 3 as M1 E1.
Let the
I'll show you.
employee
Sir.
ID
I'll show
and
you, sir.
manager ID will
I'll
be
show
same,
you.
ma'am.
Employee ID and manager ID will be same.
Yes, 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 yes. Because
But
that employee itself is a manager.
okay, 1 minute. Can you see this? Is this okay, or you wanted to give the is the table okay because manager ID is having manager 1 and 2 and
No, no, no,
he's
no. Manager ID and employee ID will be same.
mm, and he
Because
is
he himself employee, right?
okay. Then what I can do is I will set the employee ID for E11 as M1, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, set emp ID M1 where emp name equal to JR. Okay, so this is what you're saying.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so it means that she is a manager and she is also managing here one person, which is Prakash.
Okay.
Okay, so now you wanted to list. So please repeat the query. You wanted to list who are all the employees under the manager.
Yes, yes. I want to list out under manager M1 how many employees are working.
Select emp name from table emp where manager ID equal to emp ID. That's all, no sir. Will not this
Select
not work?
employee.
Manager ID equal to emp ID. I'll see. Okay, this will not work. Where manager ID equal to M1. Okay, is this
Yes,
okay?
good. Yes, yes. Working, ma'am. Working.
Yeah, this is fine. I think you can give emp ID too. This will be a plain query, sir, because we are using on a single table itself. No, so
Yes,
it will
yes, yes.
be even you can have a foreign key constraint, but I don't think actually that way will not make any sense in a single table itself. So directly you can have a straight query. Okay. So what do? We will continue or we will stop it here, because you people have not done the lab for constraints and for the alter update and all. So shall we stop here? Then we will continue tomorrow. I will start the operators and all tomorrow. I'll put the lab questions today. Yes. Huh? VT. Yeah, VT is not there. I will ask sir. And tomorrow in the afternoon session, we will talk about the daemon processes in Hadoop. Okay, what are those? Each of the processes we saw. No, name node. Five processes we brought up. Name node, secondary node, uh, node manager, resource manager, and the other one is secondary name node. All this about all these processes we will talk about. What else I can do? I wanted to show the commands. I will I will put the, but that only will take maybe half an hour. I'll try something. If any theory is there, I will come back in the afternoon. Otherwise, we will continue tomorrow only. Okay, I don't think a lab will be available today too. uh, we'll see it tomorrow. Okay, so two lab exercise I will put, one for the constraints and another for the alter update on all these things whatever we have learned today. Please do it. The lab 1 and lab 2 answers also I will put it, but don't wait for me to put the answers. Okay, you execute it and see, because surely if you say, if you put in your resume MySQL, they will ask you questions, they will ask you to write queries. Okay, without practice you will not be able to do it. That's why I'm saying it. Okay. Okay, guys, then you can, any doubts you can ask me. Otherwise, we can wind up the session for today.